Rice, 1. Oh, 1. Hi guys, it's Rie. We meet again. Today I'm back at McClenny Studio. They have their own YouTube, link below. So today I'm going to do Rice 101. I don't know what 101 stands for. I always get confused why it's not Rice 1. I'm going to show you how to make rice, especially short grain sushi rice, perfectly. I was watching my YouTube younger brother David Seymour's video. He made Rie's favorite Japanese recipe and he was making onigiri. He didn't make that well, I was trying to say nice way. Rice didn't form like a rice ball shape and rice grain were everywhere. So whenever we make tasty videos, we don't show you how to cook rice from the beginning. And I'm going to show you how to cook rice on the stovetop, electric rice cooker, and expensive rice cooker. So let's get started. Let's talk about rice. When you're making sushi or when you're making onigiri, I want you to choose short grain rice. Short grain rice is a little bit stickier, so you can make the shape well, it doesn't fall apart. When you use medium grain rice, rice grain doesn't stick together. Let's start cooking with regular rice cooker. This one comes with like inner pot. Like I want to cook medium grain rice and short grain rice so you guys can see the difference. So I'm going to cook medium grain rice in this rice cooker. They have a lot of different functions. It have timer, you can cook brown rice, you can even cook like cake. Usually when you buy rice cooker, it comes with a little plastic rice cup and I lost it. One little plastic cup holds 150 grams of rice. And I am going to cook 2 cups of rice. So I have 300 grams of rice. Well, this medium grain rice said it's musenmai, which is no wash needed. But I'm gonna just like lightly rinse this, pour water, stir a couple times and drain using your hand. And I'm going to pour water. Inner pot has a number. So if you are cooking 2 cups of rice, you are going to add water until number 2. You have to soak about 30 minutes during summertime, around 1 hour during winter time. So 30 minutes and I'm going to press, let me see. White rice, okay, yeah. And I'm going to press cooking. That's it. And I'm gonna set this aside and I'm going to show you how to cook with the other ones. This is expensive kind. This is almost $700. This one is super popular in Japan. This is basically a cast iron pot. Come with rice cooker device. So I'm going to just scale 300 grams and I'm going to use 450 ml water. And I'm going to wash with mesh sieve. And if you don't have time and if you kind of want to wash rice ahead, don't soak overnight. Rice soaks up too much water. This one has a soaking mode, so when you start cooking, you don't need to set the timer for 30 minutes to soak. So now that it's cooking, let's move on to the last rice cooker. So the last device is the most basic way of cooking rice. This pot is actually rice cooker cast iron pot, but you can use any kind of pot with lid, doesn't have a steam hole. That is very important because you don't want to steam to escape when you're cooking rice. So you don't want to put rice more than halfway because it will overflow. So you want to use something very deep. So I'm going to cook 1 cup rice and I'm going to wash the rice like I did for the first rice cooker. Okay, so I wash rice and I'm going to add water. So this is Asian mom's way of cooking rice. You are going to put water and touch rice. Put the water until your first line of your finger. When you are cooking rice on stovetop, first you want to make sure the water is boiling. Put the rice pot over the medium heat, bring to a boil, turn down the heat to low heat and cook for 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, you can check If all the water evaporated, turn off the heat and steam for 10 minutes. It's hot. So while my rice is cooking, let's have a snack break. And I got snacks from Japanese grocery store, caramel cone and Anpanman. Anpanman is Japanese superhero. He is bread. When he finds somebody who is starving, he will feed his face. My kind of superhero. It is a little puff corn, but it's like sweet. It's coated with like light caramel. I like it. Thumbs up. Okay, so all 3 rice cookers are done, and let's do taste test. I'm going to try the little cast iron rice cooker first. And I feel like just by looking at it, you can tell the difference. Short grain rice is shinier than medium grain rice. Look like stickier. It's very comforting. It's just like well-cooked rice. And I'm moving on to regular rice cooker with medium grain rice. It's a little bit drier side. You can taste each grain. It's like mouthfeel. I think it's like perfectly fine for everyday rice. Moving on with the most expensive one. I feel like this is the shiniest of all. Like this looks most gorgeous. Taste is really good. I feel like this is the quality of the rice you tasted at the expensive sushi place. I think all 3 devices do their job well. I think you can choose, depends on your lifestyle, but do choose short grain rice. So we made a perfect rice, and let's make onigiri. Alright, so let's make jelly-filled donut. If you know, you know. I'm going to make simple onigiri. My filling is umeboshi. Umeboshi is pickled plum. It is very sour and salty. And when you're making onigiri, you want to use salt. You either want to sprinkle salt and mix into the rice, or you are going to put the salt on your palm and make onigiri. The most important thing is using water when you're making rice ball, so rice doesn't stick on your palm. Right after you cook the rice, it's so hot, so you want to use ice water instead of just room temperature water, so you don't burn yourself. But I feel like onigiri tastes good because your mom suffers for you. Put umeboshi, make the shape. And you don't want to do too tight, so that's it. And I'm going to put nori. All right, here's my rice ball babies. Brothers. I used umeboshi, which is very sour. Just looking at it, I salivate. Rice doesn't have a lot of flavor. It's very blunt, so it's kind of give you a surprise, like surprise the Pikachu. But you can make any kind of rice ball. Like I also got like rice seasoning. You can use it. 2 thumbs up. It's very comforting. It's my comfort food. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this is not too much information at once, but I hope you learned something today. And see you next time. Bye!